Hi there, Eric Bakker, naturopath from way down under, from all the way down New Zealand. Thanks for coming back. The question today is, can Candida cause joint pain? It can, but it's much more likely the joint pain is coming from a poor inflammatory control in your body. Try and understand that inflammation in the body, it's a little bit like a fire, okay? Now, I don't know if you like making fires, but I like making fires. Make a little fire, it's easy to put out. Make a big fire, it's hard to put out. If this house caught fire, how long do you think it would take to put it out in comparison than if I struck a match? The point I'm making here is inflammation is like heat, it's like a flame, it's like a fire. Try and envisage that in your mind. Now obviously a small amount of inflammation is way easier to extinguish and put out than a large forest fire. Now blood testing can show you some different markers in the body. Stool testing can show you some inflammatory markers in the body. There are different ways to detect smoke and fire in the body. Okay, you know, we've got smoke detectors in the house. I mean, you guys will probably have them too. Well, we can't have pain detectors in the body, but we can find inflammation in other ways. Aches and pains, joint pain, fatigue, crazy blood test results, markers elevated, family history of these kind of problems, long-term use of pharmaceutical medications, particularly antibiotics. So when a person talks to me about inflammation, I'm interested in their small bowel, because that's the seat often of where a lot of immune dysfunction begins to occur in the body. Now you can understand why I like stool testing. Stool testing will give me a great understanding of what that forest is like, okay? So doing a flyover over a forest and seeing a small flame burning, you know, or as in California, the huge forest fires, you know, using hundreds of helicopters and impossible to put out. But flying over that forest, you can identify where that problem is, and then you can hopefully dump a bucket of water on it and put it out. Well, if it were only that simple in the body, but it's not that simple. But getting an assessment done, finding out what type of bacteria you've got, parasites or yeasts, and then you'll be able to hopefully put an end to a lot of that inflammation in the body. The first place I like to work with people is the gut, obviously, because to me, that's the seat of a lot of how diseases begin. You know, chronic disease often begins in the gut. We know that. But if we find any bacteria there that need distinguishing, we can work on neutralizing those guys, cleaning them up. And the interesting thing is, often the joint pain will go away. I did a video several years ago where I held up a 1932 medical textbook. And these were basically extracts from the British Medical Journal, written by professors, you know, a long, long time ago. And in one of the articles, it talked about autoimmune disease, and particularly it talked about rheumatoid arthritis and joint pain. And it mentioned, in all cases, look for the hidden infection. Okay? Today, no one's interested in looking at anything anymore. It's a real shame. Everything's quick. Everything's medications. Nobody takes the time to fix the cause of anything anymore. So if you're prepared to try and dig a bit deep and work out where the joint pain's coming from, you will likely find it'll be a Candida, could be a species of Candida or another type of yeast, but it may also be a bacteria like Citrobacter or Klebsiella. So when these guys start coming up in high amounts, and particularly in conjunction with low levels of beneficial bacteria, we're creating a really big imbalance in the immune response, making it a lot easier for the body to create small fires in different parts. When the immune system is balanced, those fires become quenched, become quelled, and there's no more pain. The day will come well into the future, I hope this video will still be up there, when none of these medications are used anymore, and everybody really is worked on by a physician or robot or God knows what, in terms of the bacteria in their gut. And once they become balanced and managed, we're going to find that we're going to get a lot happier people, less pain, more energy. It's going to make a hell of a difference. And that's well into the future. We're still living in crazy times, but I don't think these crazy times are going to go on forever. So if you've got joint pain, get your gut sorted out first, and let's see what happens then. Thanks for tuning in.